Alright everyone, so in this video I'm going to be assembling the E36 motor. Um, Picking up kind of where we left off, besides I already had cleaned up the motor, cleaned up the head surface, all of that, took everything apart, got a lot of parts in, and I'm going to be assembling or putting those parts on the motor and putting the head on and torquing everything down. I got a lot done. I got the radiator in and the fan in. I tucked that and installed the fan. I'll probably get a shot of that afterwards, but yeah. So motor is like that. Just put that on because I had an RTV this. Kind of jank, but I mean it's better than it not leaking on me. If it records, focuses, and I plugged all those holes off, mainly because I'm not running the expansion tank. And then here's the built head. Do the manifold back on, got new gaskets on there, and then I ordered a Mishimoto thermostat, low temp thermostat, and a aluminum thermostat housing, which are both installed. Yeah, that's about it. Yep. So I'm just gonna get to work, start assembling shit. I'll pick up the camera, kind of give you guys an update. Let's get started. Alright guys, so
Phil came over, washed his car, and now it's raining. Oh yeah, brother.
Oh yeah, brother.
Check that shit out. Look at that reflection though. It's so clean.
So dirty.
Anyways, got the cams installed, got the motor timed, head studs are torqued down, last torque. Now we gotta flip that bitch around, drop this bitch back in, and I'm fucking out of breath because 100 foot-pounds ain't no fucking joke when you gotta do it 14 times. Anyways, yep, everything's looking way better. Hopefully no more issues. Also shout out to Brad. I lost the ARP head stud nut. Brad had been to have a spare Evo 8 one that fit perfectly. Yeah, we're just gonna finish this up, bolt the turbo on, put the valve cover on, send it. Alright, well, probably gonna time lapse the motor going in and shit. Boy, am I tired. Alright, peace. Alright, y'all. So, I actually did not get to put the motor in. Phil left. We ran into a bunch of fucking issues. That's just been fighting us this whole time. So, figured it was best just to call it a night. I'm just gonna clean up everything here and start again tomorrow. I am missing one of these clamps. The one that came with the car is not made for it, so it actually moves around too much, has too much play. That's why you can see here that it's all black and it wasn't seated properly. So I'm pretty sure it wasn't making the correct boost pressure. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. Try to find or source another clamp. Maybe Brad at PPC might have one. Pretty sure he does. If he doesn't, I'll have to wait till Monday to pick up a clamp, and that's when I'll be dropping in the motor. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I'm just gonna clean everything up and start again tomorrow. So yeah, I guess we'll pick up tomorrow or whenever I get a clamp and go from there. Fuck my life. Alright guys, so it's been a while. It's been like 4 or 5 days since I recorded something. Yeah, I finished the car. Just got the tune in Saturday, so it was like almost a week ago. Exactly a week ago. And yeah, I mean, I got a lot done. Obviously the car's finished. Did a lot of shit to it. And I really just kind of went to town and didn't really care to pick up the camera because, well, I just wanted to get the car done. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through what I did, what I replaced. Starting off with the head, I did new head gasket, covering head gasket, and then I did the timing chain guides, the timing chain guide bolts, or whatever they're called, oil pan gasket, new oil, turbo oil drain line, and oil drain flange on the bottom where the oil pan is, and then 2200cc injectors, all new aluminum intercooler piping, tucked radiator, which I still had to fix because it's supposed to sit like this and not like this. But yeah, anyways, just trying to see who's here, but I think it's the neighbors. Anyways, new intercooler piping and then tucked radiator. I deleted the expansion tank, and I had a radiator filler neck welded by my buddy Tyler Green. He also welded the mat flange, which looks pretty damn good. And then my Kirkland water bottle catch can, or overflow tank. But that's pretty much where I'm gonna end it. Yeah. So the first tune that I got from Mike, he was kind of just eyeballing the fuel pressure and the rail, so it didn't idle at all. And we went through like 8 different revisions to try to get it right, but it was funny because I forgot to put the ECU in right mode, which you do here with the 20-pin connector, and you gotta jump them. Yeah, you just gotta jump them. But yeah, second revision that he sent me was actually the correct one, and it worked perfect. It's just my dumbass didn't put the ECU in right mode. I did a full, well, I mean it did rain, but I did a full polish all over the car so it looks good, and then put in my sedan front seats, took out the door panels, vacuumed, cleaned, and yeah, now it looks super nice. And then all that's left is to get my serial cable to log the wideband, and then we should be good to go. Sorry I didn't record anything, guys. I just wanted to get it done. Yeah, that's all I could say, really. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I wish I did have more content. I'll probably include some pictures after this clip of what I did. And yeah, peace. Have a good day. Stay safe.